Hello everyone, GM Akobian here with 1000 GM. I'm here with my student Jonathan Maktik and we're analyzing the round 8 games of the Hollywood GM Norm Tournament. We're getting at the finish line here and these games are super important for the norm seekers. In this matchup we have I am Griffith with the white pieces against GM Sorokin. E4, C5. We have a sharp Sicilian defense and we have the Najdorf variation after A6. H4 played. I recall seeing that Griffith played this in his previous white game also. A5, knight b3, bishop b2, bishop b6, f4, b5, very sharp. G4, my goodness. Nobody is backing down. Knight d5, bishop c8, g5, castles, a3. Yeah, I don't remember who he played this against. It was Matt Fishin or somebody else, but he actually had the same position. So now a3 played. A little bit of a dubious move because it's allowing a black to take on a3 and maybe get some quick development. Instead, he could have played bishop d3 perhaps here, activating the light square bishop and putting pressure on h7. But he went a3, takes, rook takes. Now bishop f5. This is an inaccuracy, allowing white to castle, and the bishop on f5 is going to be vulnerable because of f takes e5 ideas. So let's go back to this move. Bishop f5. Knight a5 was played, trying to control the c6 square. Yeah, it's really difficult to play this kind of positions precisely because you have a king in the middle, you have some advanced pawns. It's like it's not a typical position, okay? So you're not going to have a lot of standard ideas. Now, bishop d3 played. Another alternative here for white is a good one is to play c4 here to activate and control some good squares there. But he played here, takes, queen c5, activating the queen. And in accuracy, it says the better move would have been e takes f4 here, okay? E takes f4, bishop takes f4, and then knight d7. Try to develop the pieces, you know, or catch up on the development, okay? So here, queen c5, and it goes here, c4. A really good move here is actually put the king on d1, and then follow it up with the bishop e3 attack on the queen. King is actually well placed on d1. It's going to be away from all the files, and I quite like this position for white because, you know, positionally this looks great. Light squares are weak. Knight is still stuck on b8. If he moves away, you have knight c6. So this looks really nice. So here's c, but he played c4. Now bishop comes in here attacking the knight. Queen c8. Now it's very complicated. Suddenly, knight d7. The idea is if you take, I go knight e5, then I try to take on c4. You know, e takes d6 is the best move, but he didn't do it. He played bishop e, knight e5, yeah, and then knight takes c4. Very complicated position. But he played bishop f4, takes, gate, king d2, knight d4. Rook a1 is another good option here. Rook a1, and but it's already clearly we can see that the block is better here. This bishop is going to come on b6, queen d7, double up the rooks, and just try to attack on the e file. So he goes here, queen g4, bishop b6, now rook e3, and just white king is just totally exposed, and it's going to get mated. Now threatening rook e1, and sorry, queen e4, king d2, picking up the pawn. And if you take, there is a knight e7 threat, but simply check. Yeah, and then goes here, leads to a mate. Instead of queen f5, c5 might have been an attempt, but take. And then picking up the rook here, so it's not gonna work. Yeah, so he had a really good position here, but this knight c6 move was the, you know, yeah, this is already on the worst side. But knight c2, maybe he's just still holding it up. But in the opening, just the move king d1 would have been so nice, you know, for him right here. Once again, we see, Jonathan, that pushing the pawns early is sometimes creates big problems. Okay, so keep your pawns where they are. They're more intact and doing a very good job defending your position. Okay. So very interesting game, and GM Sorokin won this game, and you know, now we have one more round left for these players. Hope you guys enjoyed this game, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.